Good morning. We're back. I just finished my delivery up, so it's a little later than I was hoping to get back, but that's all right. We had to stop and get the truck washed, make it look nice. So, got a seed truck here. Brock's unloading it for me. We're gonna go down and work on our packer, and we're gonna go drive around and look at some fields. It's a beautiful day. It's super warm. It's nice. It's a good one. Okay, that truck is unloaded. Finally, we got some bagged beans, which I hate bagged beans, but we need them. I need those to deliver to some people, and so that is good. Although a lot of them were one variety. There was one variety we got 473 bags of them or something. I don't know. It was a lot. I'm like, okay. So we'll work on that, but we're coming back to the farm here. Let's see what's going on with this packer. I think Brock said they got the tongue back in, but they would need to replace the hydraulic hose. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Well, they got the tongue on our packer and got it taken outside, but then he took a hydraulic hose off. I don't know why we didn't do that in the shop. We'll go see what's going on out here. Apparently there's a little one that needed replaced. It's out here. All right, well, it's all back together. I'm not so sure it'll slide, but we've never slid it since we got it anyway, so that really doesn't matter. But yeah, there's a hose goes from there to there that needs replaced. So Brock took it off and he's gonna go get us a new hose. I spent a little time talking to Dad, catching up on some stuff. I haven't been around here much this week since I've been out delivering seeds, so just trying to make some plans. We are finalizing the deal on a building for housing tillage equipment and dry fertilizer, so working on that, last little details. Obviously, we've got our bin project that we're doing, and then trying to figure some other stuff out with some equipment. Anyway, let's go drive around and prove to ourselves that it is too wet to plant beans today. Today was the goal. It's going to rain tonight. I think it's too wet, but we got to go and check. This is a 35-acre field around the corner from the farm that was on my list of potential targets. We are on the top of the knob right inside the driveway here. This is one of the dry spots of the field. And you can see most of it's dry on top. I don't know if you guys can see that real well or not. But it's not all dry on top. And just standing here, my foot is sinking into the ground. I brought a shovel. We'll stick the shovel in the ground. That doesn't look horrible, but I know better. That's pretty gooey. I'm cold. I'm surprised how cold it is. It's not there yet, and this is the dry spot. Let's go look in some of the low ground. Here, maybe in the shadow of the gator, you can see, like, it's dry here, but it's not here. It's getting close, but even here, we would need another day or two before I would feel comfortable with it. All right, so we just came off that hill down to here, and here it's extremely soft, or just down in the draw a little bit, like we didn't even move 100 feet hardly. It's sticky, sticking to my shovel. This is hard with one hand. There's farms, but we're not supposed to have those because we use fertilizer and do tillage. So yeah, definitely no go there. When it balls up, smears, sticks to your fingers, you can't work this. You cannot work it. And it's not horribly rough, but this is too rough to run a planter across. It's got to get disked. We cannot do it. Yeah, checking another field. It's a definite no-go today, which is a bummer. I was hoping to plant some March 14th beans, but not gonna happen. It's officially the first t-shirt day of the year. Looks like we got a chemical delivery back here. I think Dan's got it. Check it out. Yeah, we've gotten a bunch of chemicals over the last week here or so. So we've got We've got corn herbicide in these three. We've got glufosinate, generic Liberty in this one. That one there's a humic acid product we're going to use with our nitrogen on our wheat. We've got some Enlist for spraying on beans. We've got some insecticides, some bean herbicide, some boron. We've probably got a bunch of these. We got 3 shells full of boron. We've had good luck with that. What's that one? Brant Sequester 9% zinc. That's a zinc. We're going to use some foliar zinc this year, so I got that. Fungicide, I assume. Clethodim. AMS. What else do we got? Tendovo, that's bean herbicide. What's in these two? I'm not sure. I don't think it's glyphosate. 2,4-D. And then some assorted stuff here. Talnor, that's wheat herbicide, won't get used till the fall. Indigo, Miravis, Ace down there, that's wheat fungicide. Yeah, I don't know if we got everything yet. There's a full shuttle of Miravis Neo in the shop. That's our fungicide for our corn and our beans, and that's a very, very expensive shuttle. More than any of these. But yeah, getting most of our stuff ready to go here for spring. Dad has been planing boards and moving stacks around and trying to get his log or lumber organized a little bit. I think he wants to get his new sawmill out and try it out, but he hasn't used it yet, so I get everything else out of the way first. Since we got a little time, we're going to do a little fabrication stuff here. So Brock had made up this arm for us on the Gator here. So basically we're going to do some boundary mapping, and I want to be able to hang a chain on the side here exactly where my boundary is and where the mapping point is. And so we've got that receiver mount there, and Brock fabricated something up, and it was decent and sufficient and would have worked. But I looked at it and I thought, hey, this is something we could improve. Here's another thing we could improve. And so I'm making some improvements. First and foremost, not foremost, first, we're bolting this arm solid to the hitch receiver to take any play and wiggle out of that. We're also going to have to shim around this receiver in there because that was where most of the slop was coming from. But we're going to bolt this solid. So I drilled out the one hole. We're going to drill another hole, or maybe 2 of them, 3 of them, all 4 of them. I don't know. Anyway, and then we're going to mount a hinge on this arm. We're going to cut it off a little bit, and we're going to put a hinge on with an extension so that we can fold it up and it's not sticking out all the time. So anyway, step 1 is bolt this to this bracket. I got that bolted on there, and I put it back in the hitch receiver with some shims, and it's much more solid than it was. Still has a little bit of wiggle, but nothing like what it did. Next, I want to cut this one off right here, and then we're going to weld a hinge on. Or maybe we'll screw a hinge on. I don't know. I could screw it on. But we're going to put that hinge on there so that like this end piece can fold up and down, but I've got a longer piece that I'm going to use than this cutoff. So this is a perfect spot for one of those Milwaukee M18 band saws. Just cut that nice and straight. I don't have one of those. I could take it off and put it in the chop saw, or I can freehand it with a cutoff wheel or a Sawzall. None of those will be accurate. Well, not too bad if I do say so myself. For Sawzall, that'll work. Okay, now we gotta move over by the welder. I didn't show it because it's generally a bad idea to film me welding, but it works. Now we just need a chain on the end, a bolt or something to secure something on there. Something that we won't run over, but we'll hang down so we can visualize it. And we might need to take a strap or something and hook on the end of this back to the center just to keep the hinge from wobbling, because that hinge is the weak point now. How's that? Can we see it from the driver's seat? Yep, we can. Excellent. That's what we need. So now what we have to do is do some measuring. Our snow pile's almost gone. Out driving around again. It's really nice out. I really wish I was playing beats. Oh well. Well guys, we didn't quite get done what I was hoping to get done today. Bummer. Just never quite dried off enough. I had a neighbor that texted me earlier today asking for advice about planting beans in March. Apparently I'm the expert now. I'm not, but I've done it. He put an acre in, had 1 acre of sandy, dry ground. We'll see. Sand's probably not the best place to do March beans because they'll come up too fast. The clay ground takes a little longer to warm up and they don't grow as fast. But it's an acre. It's not a lot of risk there. So anyway, have a great weekend. See what's going on next week. Definitely maybe gonna get the bean planter in the shop. I'm thinking the sprayer might come through first. We probably need to do that. So Dad's talking about getting ready to top dress wheat. It's supposed to get a bunch of rain over the weekend. I've heard 2 inches of rain, so that'll make things wet here for a while and pretty much quash any chance of planting beans in March, but there's nothing I can do about it. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a follow over on the other social medias and head on over to Farm Focus. Grab yourself one of these nice Best RX doesn't come from a doctor t-shirts with a 8RX on the front of it. So appreciate that. Farmfocus.com, borderviewfarms.com. You can find the shopping stuff there. My kids' kickball is blowing across the field, so I'm gonna have to go chase that down. It's gotten very windy this afternoon, and we got lots of seed to deliver next week. Keep working on that, do some treating, all those good things. So spring's coming, just a little slower than I would like.